Okay, so I wanted to talk about metric prefixes. And so this is a chart of metric prefixes. And so they can modify a base unit. They can modify a meter or a liter or a gram, an ampere. I like to think of them in terms of computers, at least for the big units. So one, there's no unit for one. So one is the base unit. So if I have 5 meters, that's the base unit. It's just 5 times 1. It's just 5, or times 10 to the 0. And then I can apply a prefix. So 5 decameters would be 50 meters. It'd be times 10 to the 1. 5 hectometers, which would be another factor of 10, or 10 to the 2, would be 500 meters. And then I get to kilo going up, and that would be 10 times 10 times 10, or 1,000. And so 5 kilometers would be 5,000 meters. Once we get to the 1,000 mark, then we go up by thousands. The next big one, the mega, is 1,000 thousand, or a million, which is 10 to the 6. 10 to the 6 is it's 1,000 times bigger than 10 to the 3. So I think about long time ago, they had computers with megabytes or kilobytes. Now we have flash drives that have gigabytes. And my computer, so that would be 1,000, 1,000, or a billion would be giga. So once you get past kilo too, they all have capital M, capital G. And then my computer has about 1 terabyte, which is 1 trillion bytes of information, which would be 1,000 billion, or 10 to the 12, right? You do the same thing as you're getting smaller, right? So as you're going down from base unit, you can go to deci. So 5 decimeters would be 5 tenths, or half of a meter. Centimeters, more commonly used, would be hundredths, right? It would be 10 to the minus 2. And then milli would be 10 to the minus 3. And then once you get down to 1,000th, then you go down by thousandths from there. So after 1,000th is millionth, which is 1,000 thousandth, or 10 to the minus 6. Since M is already used for milli, they use a Greek M, which is a mu, for millionth. And then down 1,000th from that is a billionth. A nano is 1,000th of a millionth, lowercase n for nano, pico for trillionth, and femto for quadrillionth. So they go down by powers of 10. And this isn't the end of the story. 5 kilometers equals 5,000, because kilo equals 10 to the 3, right? There are numbers that are larger and smaller than that. For instance, above tera is peta. And so peta would be 10 to the 15. And they keep going. Actually, just a fun fact that there's a warehouse in Utah where they store 5 to 7 yotta bytes of information. And yotta is a prefix. Yotta means 10 to the 24, a trillion, right? So they can get bigger and smaller as we need. We'll learn how to use these with conversion factors later.